Hello students, here I am going to start the new chapter, that is measurement of national income. So before start the measurement of national income, first we clear some concepts of previous chapter. The first was the national income. What is the national income? It is the sum of money value of final goods. The important thing is what? Final goods and services. It means what? The final goods and services means it includes only final value of goods and services, not the intermediate goods. Very clear? So the keyword is what? Final goods and services. Clear? Produced by who will produce? Definitely the normal residents of a country during an accounting year, not an indefinite period, in an accounting year. Clear? By the normal residents. So this is the definition of national income. Now the next thing is, what is national income accounting? This is the national income, and here you are going to study what is the national income accounting. So what is this? It is a method of preparing and presenting. What is it? It is the method of preparing and presenting national income accounts. Clear? Which are based on the principle of double entry system. So what is the keyword in here? Preparing and presenting. And the next thing is on the basis of principle of double entry system. Clear? Now the next thing is, what is the use of this national income accounting? Why we are studying all these things? So what is the use of it? The first point is, it indicates specific contribution of individual sectors. If you are calculating the national income, then you are enabled to know about that which sector is contributing how much. Clear? Second, helps to find out structural changes in the different sectors, primary to secondary, secondary to tertiary. Okay. Third, it reflects how national income is shared among various factors of production. First, you have calculated the national income. This is the national income. Then the next thing is how national income is shared. The entire national income is shared between the different factors of production. Then only the national income accounting enables us to know. Clear? Then the fourth point, it enables comparison of national income and per capita income. What is our national income and what is our per capita income? The comparison can be enabled after the national income accounting. Next point, it identifies specific economic strengths and failures. What are our strengths? What are our failures? These things can be identified only on the basis of national income accounting. You can understand it like way. Your report card or result presents that what are your strengths and what are failures. Accounts, economics, 90, 94, 95, maths, 40s. So that failure and strength can be calculated by the national income accounting. Clear? And the last one is, it enables us to understand and interpret the working of an economy. What is this? It enables us to understand and interpret. Interpret refers to what? The presentation, the working of an economy, how an economy works. The national income accounting enables us to understand that properly. So these are the basic things. Now the second thing is the different or various methods of calculating national income. What are the different methods? There are basically three methods. The first one is value added method. This is also called product and output method. This is the first method. Second one is income method. And the last one is expenditure method. Expenditure method. Clear? So here I am taking up the first one. value added method. So the first one is value added method, and this is called also product and output method. Actually, there are two approaches. The first one is final product approach. Final product approach, where you can find GVOMP. GVOMP is what? Gross value output. Gross value output at market price. How can you calculate this? Price into output. The total output which is produced in an accounting year multiplied by the price. Example, if in this accounting year we have produced 1000 rockets and each rocket's cost 2 crore, then it means 2000 crore is our gross value output at market price. Very clear? And it can be also calculated like this: sales plus change in stock. The data refers to change. And the next thing is GDP, gross domestic product, market price. How can you calculate this? GVO, here above, GVOMP minus intermediate consumption. That is called gross domestic product. Clear? The first one is the final product, and the second one is the value added approach. In value added approach, this is net value added at factor cost. How will you calculate this? Gross value added at market price and minus depreciation. Why? Because you want to find net. So the gross and the difference of net is what? That is depreciation. Here is factor cost and here is market price, and you want to find factor cost. So NIT, net indirect taxes, will have to be deducted. Clear? So if the question is there that how many approaches are there are two approaches. First, final product approach, and second, value added approach. Okay. Now the next thing is steps for estimating national income. Steps for estimating national income. Estimating national income. What are the different steps? The first thing is identification of producing units. The first step is identification. Identification of what? Of producing units. Producing units. The total producing units is classified in three sectors. The first, primary. In primary sector, the natural extractions, related to the natural extractions, mining, fishing, okay, the natural extractions is concerned with the primary sector. Second one is the secondary, and the last one is the tertiary. So first thing is identification of producing units, and the producing units are primary, secondary and tertiary. The tertiary includes the services and so on. Clear? Now the second step is calculation of GDP MP. Clear? GDP MP, or you can say GVA MP. I have discussed about this terminology. Third, after this you have to find out the GDP FC. How will you calculate GDP FC? GDP FC. Here you have GDP MP, and as the net indirect tax deduct from here, you will get GDP FC. Clear? And after this, the fourth point is NDPFC, net domestic product. It will be calculated in this way: GDPFC minus net and gross. So the difference is depreciation. Now some of the students are confusing that what you are going to do. Actually, what are the different steps to calculate the national income? First, identify. Second, GDP-MP, the calculation of GDP-MP or GVMP. How will you calculate this? Sales plus change in stock I have studied earlier, and then GDP-FC is equal to GDP-MP minus this and NDP-FC. Now, but the problem is that we want to calculate national income. National income is called NNP-FC, net national product at factor cost. How will you calculate this? First of all, you will have to do all these things. Then, if once NDP-FC, or this is also called domestic income, NDP-FC is combined by NFIA, then it becomes national income. So these are the different various steps to calculate the national income by the value added method. Okay. The next thing is precautions. Precautions, which items should have to be included and which should be excluded. So first write down all these things. What are the precautions for estimating national income? If you are going to calculate national income, you should have some precautions. If you are not taking this kind of precautions, definitely the result will be incorrect and there may be some problem of double counting. Okay. Then the first thing is items should be included. Which item should be included while calculating national income? This is the important point. Okay. So first one is value of final goods and services. Means when you are calculating national income, you will consider only value of final goods and services. Example, the total cost of pen is 25 and the intermediate cost means raw material of this pen is 10 or 8 rupees. So you will not take 8 or 10, you will take only the final value. The final value of pen is what? If it is 20, only the 20 rupees will be considered, not the 8-9 rupees. Very clear? So if there is value of final goods and services are included, it means value of intermediate, look here, items should be excluded. So value of intermediate goods should be excluded. The first point is very clear. We will take only final goods and services, not the intermediate. This is just like that if you are saying that I have taken the dinner. If you have taken the dinner, it means there is no need to explain that what you have eaten in that. Means vegetables, curd, chapati. There is no need to explain all these things. You have once told me that sir, I have taken the dinner. So the final goods, the dinner is the final and the content or components of that dinner is intermediate goods. So you will not include all these things. Very clear? Second point, imputed rent of owner's occupied house. What is the meaning of imputed rent? Owner's occupied house. Example, if I have this house, I am the owner of this house and I am doing some manufacturing in this building. In that condition, definitely I will not pay rent to myself. I am the owner, na? In that condition, definitely I will not pay the rent to himself. In that condition, the rent of this house will be included in this manufacturing unit. Clear? Very clear? In this condition, we will have to take the rent, the part of the rent in this manufacture unit. Next, imputed value of goods produced for self-consumption. Now, some student will say, sir, if it is for the self-consumption, then why are you including in the national income? If you are producing the goods for self-consumption, that is also the part of the value of final goods and services produced during in a year. What is the meaning of national income? National income refers to what? Value of final goods goods and services produced during in an accounting year. So if once you have produced the goods for the self-consumption, that is also is the part of the total production. So it should be included. Clear? Imputed value of fixed assets for self-consumption by enterprises. Some enterprises produce some assets that is not meant for the sale, that is for the self-consumption. The same thing is there, that is also the part of the product, total product of the country. So it will be included in the national income. Very clear? Now, what are the items which will you exclude? The first one, sale and purchase of second hand goods. Okay, what is the concept of this second hand goods? Why? Okay, giving some example. If a bike is purchased by me, or I have manufactured bike for rupees 80,000 and I have sold it to the Ajit. After 6 months, Ajit sold the same bike to Rajiv for rupees 72,000. After 3 months, the same bike sold by Rajiv to Anshika for rupees 62,000. Means in a single year, 10, 2,20,000. The final value of goods will be what? 2,20,000? No, the final value is only 80,000. These are the resale things now. This will not be included. But the main point, the commission charged by the broker, to sell this bike, that will be included in the national income. Is it very clear? The sale and purchase of second hand goods will not to be considered, because once you have taken this 80,000 in the final value of goods services, so there is no need to take these amount in again. Otherwise, there will be a problem of double counting. No doubts? Clear? But again, the person who is selling all these things, or the broker who is charging some commission after selling the bike, that commission will be included here. Why? Actually, he is rendering the services. Okay. Second, sale and purchase of shares and bonds. Here you are very confirmed that, sir, second hand goods will not be considered. It's okay. But here you are selling shares and bonds. Why it should be excluded? Actually, these are the paper titles. Paper titles means only the paper. Paper is exchanging. There is no goods produced between them. So it will not to be included here. Okay. Production by illegal activities. Anshika is doing some smuggling. Okay. And that kind of activities will not to be considered. Why? Because there is no proper accounting. I don't think that Anshika will maintain account for this illegal activities. Okay. Because even if she is maintaining that account will not to be disclosed to the government. Clear? So she is not paying any tax regarding them. It will not to be included. Value of intermediates is final. And the last one, services produced for self-consumption. Self-consumption. If a mother is doing work at home or at kitchen, so definitely will not charge na. She will not charge na. Today I have feed you of rupees 40 rupees. Today 80 rupees. No na. If I am teaching my son, what do you think? In evening I will say to my wife, today I taught my child of rupees 200. So please give me 200. No. So this will not to be included. Very clear? So just write down it.